Okay, the first thing that I'm going to glue up, and this is final assembly, is I'm going to glue my vertical stab in. You got to give it a little wiggle. Ideally, these things were all set up when I put the doublers on that you should have just been able to plop it in and go square. But best laid plans have been in the mice, so I take my machinist square here, and she's just a little bit off. So what I'll do is I'll glue it up, and I'm just going to leave that square there and let the glue set, and that'll hold it. The other thing that I'm going to do, obviously, while I'm at it for glue, is I've done all the fiddle farting with my back hatch. This guy is designed to line up now. There's ever so tiny a little gap between those, but you can see, I mean, look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. So I will glue him in. I'll probably use a weight of some kind to hold it while the glue sets. And then, of course, the other thing that I'm going to glue in, I'll probably let this dry first because I want to be able to make 100% sure that that will pop and slide off. And then I'm going to glue this on. And I think we're just going to have to leave an itty bitty little gap. I'm talking about like a millimeter between these two. But because it's cut at an angle, I think we're actually okay. I just need to be able to lift this that little wee bit so I can slide it back and clear that. So that's the sequence. I'm going to, again, shut the camera off. I'm going to glue the vertical stab. I'm going to use, definitely not using foam CA. I'm going to use the clear Gorilla Glue. I wouldn't use hot glue. Again, it's way too heavy. There's tabs, so get the glue in the tabs and get the glue right along here on this reinforcer. And then, you know, try to make sure that it's vertical. There's no adjustment for the lateral. And then probably the most important thing, look what I found. Put the damn screws back. I forgot to put the screws in the servo horns again. So step one, I'll put those back in. And then I'm going to glue it. And that's it. We're done. There's literally nothing left to do except have some fun. What a real-time gluing video. So here is where I'm going to put the glue. And again, you got to remember when you're gluing foam, the bond is only going to be as strong as the weakest thing, and the weakest thing is the foam. So there's no point in getting crazy. But here's the point: put glue on this joint, right on that edge there. Kind of a light little coating right there. So we're covering the tab and the vertical surface, or pardon me, the horizontal surface. Again, some glue there, and a little bit of glue on here just to keep everything lined up. There's no point putting glue on these surfaces. You can put a little bit here, but just be mindful. We don't want a big squish out either. Like when I push this down, I don't want glue squirting all over the place. So again, line it up. Slot A, tab B, man. Give her a wiggle back and forth. Lined up the way we want it. And for some reason, mine's just, well, now it's actually square. Okay, I'm still going to leave that. I'm going to leave that square on there because I don't want any problems with it being out of square. Although if you've ever looked at my Alpha Jet up close, you would notice that there's not a square surface on the entire model. The wings are crooked, the tail is crooked, still flies. So you've got your average construction pins. I'll put that in so that I got the alignment right. And gluing this guy on, obviously, is my first step. So he's the right length. I want a little gap. So again, it's the same thing. This is actually, you know what, I'm going to stitch this. This is a good opportunity to stitch. So I put the glue in the middle, the PU glue. Actually, I got a little too much right here now, so I'm just going to use my finger and smush that a little bit. There's that word again. Smush, smush, smush. And then I'm going to go with a little bit of CA, front and back, if it ever comes out. A little bit of CA there, and a little bit of CA there, and a little bit of CA where it touches that rudder. Now I'm going to kick, 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 and I'm just kicking where the CA goes. And then I'm going to come around here. The magnet just grabbed it, and I'm going to put it in place, line everything up, and then just pull it away from that magnet ever so slightly so that there's a little bit of wiggle there. Line everything up and wait for the CA to kick off. And the CA has officially kicked off. Can I let go yet? And then make sure, I'll pull this off. Make sure you don't accidentally glue the damn hatch in there. Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. Look at that's perfect. So let's push my luck just because I can. I'll just push this a little bit further back. I was going to use the pins, but I really don't have to because I did the stitching. So again, okay, let's just test this and make sure. So I'm going to hold it with my hand, line it up, holding it, and I've actually got it flush, touching right now. Can I get it off? Yeah, you can. Look at that. No problem. You get it off and in. So, okay, that's what we're going to do. So again, you know, it's just a canopy. We're not holding the world together. Bead of glue down the middle, maybe a little zigzag here. I'm going to leave room at the end because once again, I'm going to rush this because I'm impatient. And I'll put a line of CA quite a ways in. I don't want it smushing out, and I don't want to glue stuff that doesn't need to be glued. And then I'm going to run, let's just run a bead down both sides with the foam safe CA. You know, so foam safe CA doesn't weigh anything. And then the same thing, I'm going to kick this surface so that the second I put this down, it should kick off. So really careful, lining it up on the front, you know, centered where a cockpit should go. And then that's it. Oh, I get one more adjustment. Boom. Hold it down, give it about a 10 count, and that CA should kick off. I got a tiny little gap there. I can see it. That's perfect. I'll probably paint this silver or something. You know, yours, by the way, if you don't do silver, it can be black all the way up. In the Avro Arrow catalog, there were so many variations to the paint scheme. Sometimes these were silver, sometimes they were black. It looks cool with it black. It looks cool silver. The only thing is that the canopy portion stays white. There's a little bit of, you know, there's pen marks, there's other stuff, whatever. We weren't going for museum quality, and I didn't want to paint everything white. If you paint Depron white, then you have to paint the whole airplane because you'll notice the differentiation is white. White is, by the way, white is the hardest color in the world to paint. There's more variations of white than I think there are any other color. But anyways, you can see. Let's see what you see in the camera. Diggy, 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 diggy. The sexiest view of this model is right there. Oh my God, that's sexy. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. So with that, boys and girls of all ages, the Avro Arrow is done. All I have to do now is wait for the glue to dry. There's a little weather window coming up here that a guy might actually be able to go out and test fly this thing. But as it is, I think I've earned a Bud Zero beer. Go in the house, watch some TV while this glue dries, and come out and check it out in a couple hours. One more time, though, we'll get this hatch out of the way so that I don't accidentally glue it. Comes right off and slides right back in, and that is not going anywhere. So 2 magnets, done. Booyah.